All right, again, folks, in this video, which defenseman could the Sabres target also with an offer sheet? Coming up. All right, guys, I'll continue this set of 3 I plan on doing. I'll be doing the forwards perhaps tomorrow or perhaps tonight, depending on my schedule. But I got 5 defensemen that I targeted, and it's something to look at because we got 4 of them are right shot defensemen, and I didn't target them because of that. I'm not into that thinking, but yes, 4 of them happen to be right-sided. So for you folks that really want to see a right-sided shot, right shot defenseman, 4 of the 5 are. So we're going to take a look at the table once again. I'm going to do that in every one of these videos for the folks that haven't seen the video before about the goalies. This time I put the wrong, it doesn't matter. I'll leave the tier there. I'll leave it there. It doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. First clip. Okay, guys, now on this clip, it's a little different than the last video. I cut it out of the last video. Ignore the first column where it says 2021 AAV tier. Go over to 2022. All right, that's the numbers we're looking at. The second and fourth row, forget even the upper AAV change. Doesn't matter. So columns 2 and 4 are what we're looking at here. All right, so the first one, no compensation. I don't think anybody's going to send an offer sheet for 1.3 or 1.3 between 2.1. I can't even see that. I really can't see people doing it. And if they did, the team doesn't really care if they did at that point. Now, 2.1 between 4.2. We're targeting there, and we're targeting 4.2 between 6.3. So let's look at, and higher, of course, but let's look at 2.1 to 4.2 would cost a second round pick. 4.2 to $6.3 million annual average that we offer, a first and a third. 6.3 to 8.4, a first, a second, and a third. 8.4 to 10.5, 2 firsts, a second, and a third. 10.5 and up, 4 first rounders. And I don't care who's out there, we don't give up 4 first rounders. We're out of our mind if we ever did something like that. We never would anyway. Adams is too smart to do something like that. All right, so I'm going to go from 5 to number 1. These are the names I targeted, and there could be some other ones. I had to cut the list down as I went along, and we'll talk about it. All right, so here's number 5. Here we go. Ethan Bear. Now, Ethan Bear might not be the biggest name out there. I watch a lot of Oilers games, and I liked what I seen on him many a night. I did. And I know some Oilers fans, for some reason, had fits with this guy. I didn't mind him. Maybe it's because I'm not an Oilers fan, but I kind of root them on out west. And Ethan Bear would be a pretty good puck-moving defenseman. He's not bad, but he's not, I would say, on our radar right from the start. I don't think Ethan Bear is on our radar, and I don't think we would do an offer sheet for him. Perhaps a trade to get somebody like him. Perhaps. Perhaps. How much would he cost is the question. Okay, moving along. Number 4. Here we go. All right, Nicholas Hague. You guys might remember I targeted in the Jack Eichel deal. I had him as one of the pieces coming back to Buffalo with Krebs, and Tuck, and a first rounder. I thought maybe we could get Hague out of him also, which didn't happen. I believe, anyway, he was in one of my videos. I definitely targeted him. And if you're wondering why, go look at his size and age, guys. 6'6", 23 years old. Early second rounder, 6'6", 230. So, yeah, I like what I see of this guy when I watch him play. I don't mind him at all. He looks very, very steady for a young kid. He looks very steady. And if you look at his numbers, he was the plus minus is what stands out for me. I know he's on a decent team, but come on, he's a kid. He should be in the minus, And 2021, a plus 14 this year, with all the problems Vegas had, he's a +6. It just seems like this would be a good pickup. This looks like this is the one that I'll tell you right from the start that I've targeted. And yes, he's the only left shot, but he's the one I would target. I would target him because of size, age, weight, and potential. And also, he wouldn't cost much every year. We're looking at a $3 million defenseman here. Something to think about. I would definitely target him, and that would cost us a little bit, but we might be able to get him in a trade because they're going to be desperate to unload cap, not add on. You get what I'm saying? This is a young kid coming into a new contract. I don't know what they're going to do, Vegas. Their books are a mess. They're a mess. So they're going to have to figure it out. Moving along to number 3. Here we go. Adam Boquist. I'm sure many of you wouldn't mind if we took a stab at getting this guy. And he is also RFA, and he was the number 8 pick in 2018, as you see. These are some studs we're going to look at now. And he didn't have the best of seasons, I would say, last year. I mean, but some of these guys don't develop very quick, especially defensemen, as we know. And guys, look at his age. Let's be very fair here. Look at his age, 21. Okay, he's just turning 22 this summer. So this, I'd be very open-minded to trying to get on the Sabres and add to more of our young core. I think this would be an amazing pickup if we could get him somehow, but I don't know. Columbus seemed to be pretty smart at hanging on to talent. It's them not being able to hang on to talent that wants to leave. But they're able to generate talent over there, you know? So he is definitely, I'm pretty sure, a keeper over there, and they're most likely going to sign him. But still, I want to put him on the list because you just never know. He might say, I want out. Who knows? And if he is that type of player, do we really want him? I don't know. I'm not saying he is. I'm just, thinking ahead here. But these are all guys I would welcome in a Sabres jersey. Here's the controversial one. Here we go. Tony DeAngelo. We don't know the whole story of what happened with him in New York. Okay, I don't know all I know is the teammates love him in Carolina, from what I'm hearing. So I don't know. We just heard that there was comments he made that were inappropriate. I just don't know. We never know the real truth. Only the locker rooms know. But I know the Rangers locker room had it in for this guy for some reason, and in Carolina, his teammates seem to love him. So I just don't know what to say with this guy. But I'm looking at the numbers, guys. If you look at the Rangers 2 years ago, 53-point season, right shot defenseman. This year, 51 points, 64 games. His numbers are just really awesome. And of course, another first-round pick. We went number 19 in 2014. That's the controversial one. We don't want headaches in our dressing room, that's for sure, okay? One thing for sure, the players around the league know more than we do on all the teams and all the franchises. They know what's going on with a lot of these players off ice, on ice. They know. They know who the drug addicts are. They know who the alcoholics are. They know. And they know who the guys are that are trouble. And if this guy is trouble, then yeah, we have to stay away from him. So, Adams knows, put it that way. Adams might say, oh no, But the problem with DeAngelo, now, it would cost, I'm pretty sure it's going to cost to get this guy signed. Maybe not. Then, Carolina might say, look, we took a chance on you. It's just 1 year. Give us a few years of you keeping your trap shut, whatever it is. I don't know. My guess is he'll wind up staying on Carolina. My guess. And number 1 on my list, here we go. And I got Noah Dobson, who I think would be perhaps the stud in this pickup. And nothing against DeAngelo, nothing. But Noah Dobson, seems to be coming into his own, folks. He came into his own this year. I mean, take a look. 80 games played, 51 points. And here this guy, 6'4", 195 pounds. Number 12 overall draft pick in 2018. So I think Noah Dobson would be quite a pickup if we could manage that in some sort of offer sheet, because we know Lou might try to cheap him. He just might, right? Lou tries to cheap everybody. So those are my 5 targets. But I will say Nicholas Hague is who I'm looking at as the realistic one at number 4. He'd be the guy I think the Sabres could land, because Vegas is a mess financially. And the worst mess in the NHL is Vegas and Montreal. Those are the 2 teams that are a disaster with their money right now, and terrible contracts and all sorts of things that are bad. And I think if they could go that route, maybe get him in a deal. I've had my eye on Nicholas Hague now for a few years. This is why I threw him in my trade videos months ago. And I really would like to see another big defenseman on our team, guys. I want a big blue line. And this is why I targeted Dobson also. I want a big blue line, a big intimidating blue line, okay? Yes, we can have some average sized guys, we can have one small guy in there. That's fine, I can live with it. But I want overall an intimidating blue line. When you come to play in Buffalo, you gotta get through all these giants, This is what I want. And these giants that can skate too. And hit, all of it. If we can build the blue line like that, we're gonna be in great shape for a long, long time, guys, and we'll be in great shape to make a Stanley Cup run eventually, of course, which is why I do all this. There it is. That's it, guys. That's it for this one. Okay, I got one more coming at you. I'll see you in that one.